This scary TikTok video is from user by the name of Darcia M. Soliazilla, recently uploaded a brief but deeply unsettling scary video to her account. She explained that her home's security system had alerted her to unexpected motion in the living room, while she and her daughter were safely tucked away in the bedroom. Curious and slightly alarmed, she decided to review the footage. What she discovered on the recording was far more disturbing than she ever anticipated. If you watch closely, there's a faint, shadowy shape that quickly darts into view near the wall, almost like a head or face peeking out before vanishing. It happens in a split second, but with the right pause and rewind, you can clearly see it. Some commenters believe it could be the spirit of a child, or even a lingering ghost from a former resident. Others think it might be a glitch, or perhaps a bug passing the camera lens. Still, considering the exact timing and the fact that no one else was in the room, it's hard to dismiss the possibility of a genuine paranormal presence watching from the shadows. This true horror story is from Rebecca Winkleman. She was an ordinary woman, someone who had never dabbled in the paranormal world. She had no connection to the unknown, no reason to expect a terrifying supernatural encounter, but that didn't stop it from happening. While calmly doing chores in the kitchen, washing and drying dishes, she suddenly noticed something bizarre. The door across from her began to slowly open, then close, and then open again. No one else was home. Thankfully, Rebecca managed to grab her phone and capture the scary video as it happened. As stated earlier, Rebecca was completely alone, ruling out any explanation grounded in the normal world. There were no guests, no drafts, and no logical excuse for what the footage showed. When her husband returned that evening, she played him the clip, but he was skeptical. He refused to believe it was a ghost, or maybe he simply couldn't bring himself to face that possibility. Regardless, the couple has since reached out to multiple paranormal experts, hoping to uncover the truth behind this haunting. If you've got any theories, drop them in the comments. You never know. They just might see it. In this disturbing video, a man named Sam was enjoying his final stretch of living alone before his girlfriend was set to move in. If all went as planned, he had just 3 peaceful days left to himself, and he was savoring every second of it. Sam barely left the house, indulging in nonstop TV marathons and the freedom that came with solitude. But just as he was getting used to the silence, that calm was shattered by something paranormal, a presence that made it clear his time alone wasn't quite so peaceful after all. Watch closely. Without warning, the doorknob started to shake violently, and soft knocks followed, sharp and deliberate. The most unsettling part, Sam was completely alone in the house. Curious and a bit alarmed, he cautiously opened the door to see who or what was there. But on the other side, there was no one in sight. No intruder, no friend, no neighbor, just a chilling emptiness. Moments later, chairs began to shift on their own inside the room, confirming what Sam feared. This was a haunting, and he was powerless to stop it. Hoping it was a one-time ghostly encounter, he decided to ignore it and move on. But that hope didn't last long. Just 2 days later, while sitting on the toilet, something even stranger was caught on camera.
Right, so I'm just in the toilet, and as you can hear, the door's rattling. So I feel quite trapped, but I'm going to open it and see what happens. If I actually unlocked the door, wouldn't it? Was that you? That couldn't have been you.
Once again, the door began to rattle, and this time Sam quickly grabbed his phone to capture it. He slowly pulled the door open to show there was no one there, except his cat, who clearly wasn't strong enough to cause such aggressive movement. To be absolutely certain, Sam checked around the corner, searching for any sign of a person who might have slipped away. But again, no one. Though he distinctly heard footsteps, they led nowhere. According to the ghost hunters Sam contacted, he needed at least 3 confirmed scary videos as proof before they'd investigate. That meant Sam had to brave another encounter and hope for one last capture. Here's what happened next.
Right, so the door's rattling again. So I'm just going to go and open it.
Leave it open.
Yeah.
What was that?
Mate, I'm not joking. What?
What did you see?
There was something looking around the corner. Right. What the actual...
This time, Sam invited his girlfriend over to the house, too terrified to face the entity alone. Call it deceptive, but he chose not to tell her about the paranormal activity, fearing she'd refuse to set foot inside if she knew the truth. Still, the plan worked. During her visit, Sam once again experienced the door violently shaking, followed by something even worse. A ghostly apparition peeked around the corner and stared directly at him. Shaken, Sam rushed to search the area it appeared from. But just like every other time, there was nothing there. No sign of anyone, just silence, and the overwhelming sense that something unseen was still watching. In this horror video, Daniel was savoring a rare day off from work, and everything felt like pure bliss. With both of his sons away at school and his wife out for the day, the house was silent, just the way he liked it. He wasn't planning anything wild. His goal was simple: enjoy the quiet, stretch out on the couch, and have the TV all to himself. But deep down, he knew something could still ruin the peace. Ever since moving into the house, one particular door, right next to the living room, had a habit of shaking violently at the worst moments. And today, he had a feeling it wouldn't stay still for long. See for yourself.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've been moved in, this has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often. The handle is even loose. Really, really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
Sure enough, as if on cue, the doorknob began rattling again, and it quickly shattered Daniel's calm. All he wanted was a single day without disturbances. But instead, the same unnerving paranormal activity returned, pulling him out of his relaxed state. The constant noise felt like a taunt from something unseen, a supernatural presence refusing to let him rest. Frustrated and uneasy, Daniel and his wife have started looking into ways to deal with what they now believe is a ghost haunting their home. They're still calling it a possibility, but let's be honest, we all know it's something far more sinister. In this horror video, a recent university graduate had just moved into a new home when he began suspecting that something wasn't right. Over the past few days, he kept hearing strange, heavy thuds coming from a nearby room, sounds that couldn't be explained, especially since he lived alone. On this particular evening, the unexplained noise returned, but this time he made a bold choice. He was done ignoring it. Determined to confront whatever was disturbing his peace, he picked up his camera and stepped out of his bedroom. What he captured next was truly terrifying.
Hey guys, it's Blackman96, and I've been hearing some bumping noises upstairs, like right where my room is. I'm just gonna take a look at. Come on. Okay. Really? What the was that? You guys hear that, right? Okay. That bottle of Windex was right here. I left it there this morning. It was right there. My room's kind of messy right now because blizzards and such and shit like that. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. Oh, can you do that again?
The unsettling thuds led him to a room where various objects were scattered, clearly disturbed by something unseen. For a moment, he assumed it might be a squatter or someone who had broken into the house, but that theory vanished when a piece of china suddenly slid across the desk on its own. Showing courage, he asked the poltergeist to do it again, And shockingly, it obeyed. The china cup was violently flung off the counter right in front of the camera. Horrified, he rushed back to his room and hid under the covers, hoping it was over. He managed to rest that night without further incident. But just one day later, things took a darker turn. This time, the paranormal activity entered his bedroom at 7 p.m. while he was simply watching TV.
I just came home and I heard some footsteps, some bumping noises upstairs. So I ran and got my camera, and I felt some wind blowing. So I just started to film, and it was like in this direction over here. It was like the curtains were moving over there and the window's shut. So I'm just gonna film over here and see if I can get a response to whatever's moving. Okay. If you're here, give us a sign. Me a sign. Okay. I promise I'm not going to run this time. There's no reason to run. Holy shit. Okay, I don't think one can do that. There was something holding the door shut and it just flew out. Okay, I'm going to my room now. Okay. That was by far the freakiest thing that's ever happened to me. I promised myself if anything like that happened, I would continue filming and not run. Unlike last time. So, yeah, I don't know.
Objects around him began moving on their own, with no strings, wires, or possible human explanation in sight. Despite the fear creeping in, the man managed to keep calm while recording, even as the ghostly presence continued to make itself known. His reaction was remarkably composed given the circumstances. Still, no one should have to experience something like this. Let's just hope this is the last haunting he ever faces, and that this scary video remains a one-time encounter with the supernatural. In this terrifying clip, a woman named Sophie had been locked in a heated argument with her boyfriend that had dragged on for over 2 weeks. Neither of them ever revealed exactly what the fight was about. But according to Sophie, something strange happened just an hour before the unsettling footage you're about to see. Her boyfriend suddenly asked her if she believed in paranormal activity, which she brushed off by calling him strange, then headed into the kitchen to grab something to eat. That's when she noticed something bizarre and immediately called him in. What happened next was caught on camera. Is really bone-chilling.
This book's just come off this shelf, and I blame... I blame you.
Why? No, hang on. Before
I blame you.
Why?
Oh, it's broken.
Why?
I blame you because you were asking for something.
Yeah, about an hour ago.
One popular theory circulating about this haunting footage is that the boyfriend somehow staged the entire event to frighten Sophie. After all, it's awfully suspicious that he brought up ghosts right before the supernatural encounter occurred. Considering the tension between them, some believe he might have pulled off the scare as a twisted joke or revenge. Still, others think it was a genuine visit from something unexplainable. What do you believe? Was this a real ghost sighting or something cleverly faked? Drop your theories in the comments. And while you're there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more paranormal investigations and terrifying encounters. This scary video was originally shared on the Ghost subreddit by a user named Odiodius, and it's been gaining attention ever since. The footage comes from a residential security camera, recorded around 4:30 p.m. and sent in by the uploader's friend. At first, everything seems perfectly normal, until something truly creepy unfolds on screen, shifting the calm into something far more chilling. Out of nowhere, the basement door begins to slowly creak open on its own. What's even stranger is that the uploader mentioned his friend has captured similar paranormal activity before, and might upload another haunting clip soon. In this video, though, nothing points to a hoax. There's no visible wire, no wind, and no sign of a staged stunt. Plus, the fact that it happened in broad daylight makes it all the more unsettling. The way the door moves with slow, weighted motion adds a layer of realism that makes ghost skeptics think twice. Sure, some claim that air pressure or old hinges could cause this, but if that were true, wouldn't it happen more frequently? So what's your take? Was this just coincidence or genuine supernatural evidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. In this creepy video, a teenager named Joshua finally decided to confront the intense paranormal activity that had been tormenting his home. After enduring nearly 2 weeks of disturbing, unexplained events, like doors creaking open by themselves and eerie whispers in the dark, Joshua could no longer stay silent. Sadly, his parents never took his concerns seriously, brushing off even his normal complaints, so he knew they'd dismiss anything involving a ghost. Determined to get real evidence of the haunting, Joshua grabbed his camera and climbed into the attic, hoping to capture undeniable footage of the poltergeist that had turned his life upside down. What he filmed was truly chilling.
Alright, can you knock that can down again, like you did earlier? Ooh. Oh my God, okay. Okay, no more.
To his shock, the spirit reacted instantly and violently tossed a can to the floor without warning. Even though Joshua had asked for a sign, the sudden response from the entity sent chills through him. Still, after putting down the camera, he felt a strange wave of calm, like he'd finally proven he wasn't imagining things. But when he showed the terrifying footage to his parents, the reaction he feared most became real. They laughed, convinced it was all a prank. Crushed and disheartened, Joshua said nothing more. But after watching this scary video, do you think the supernatural encounter was real or something darker? In this paranormal investigation, a man from Japan heads to a location in Nagasaki that's infamously known as a haunted hellhole, a place where visitors rarely leave without a chilling tale, and for him, his visit was no exception.
もうすべてがそのまんまな感じ。寝室か。勉強机。お子さんがいたのかな。お風呂ですね。物がね、山積みになってます。 情報通りあまり大きな家ではないみたいだけど、にしてもちょっと物が残りすぎてて逆に不気味だな。カレンダー、2007年4月、14年前からこの状態ってことですね。まあ確かに置いてあるものが時代を感じるというか VHS だもんね。ちょっと待って足音がする。人がいる。2階に人がいる。マジか。出るか。いやでも気づいてるはずだよね、こっちに。誰かいますか？もしここで寝泊まりとかしてるんであれば返事してもらってもいいですか？すぐ出ていきます。誰かいますよね？もしいらっしゃるんでしたら、壁とか叩いてもらったらすぐ出ていくんで。
As he walked through the decaying halls and creaking floors, the tension built slowly, until finally a loud stomp echoed from upstairs. He immediately froze, standing at the base of the staircase with his flashlight aimed toward the darkness above, bracing for something to move. But nothing did. Still, the night wasn't over. Another paranormal event was just around the corner.
何もしないんで。え？声聞こえた。上がりますよ。ちょっと。誰かいますか？いたらすぐ出ていくんで、何もしないんで。すげえものこれ。誰もいませんか？これ。うわ！え？包丁？くそ。嘘や。いや、マジで。誰かいますよね？いや、もうちょっと待って。いや、ほんと帰るんで、ごめんなさい。くそ。くそ。 もしないんで、脅かすつもりとかはないので、ちょっとだけ見て帰ります。くそ。足が悪い。誰もおらんっちゃけど。
Later in the night, he stumbled upon something unsettling. A knife had been eerily stabbed into the center of a table. As if that weren't enough, the unmistakable sound of a bell suddenly rang out, echoing through the silent house. It was as if the ghost was sending a direct message. "You're not alone." The sound pierced the tension and confirmed what many believe about this place, that it's home to more than just shadows. Shaken but satisfied with the footage, he ended the investigation and left the haunted location, knowing he had captured more than enough proof of the supernatural.